because I saw some students they hear me. Okay, so 300, this is the highest cost. And where's the lowest cost? 200. So B, what will be equal? B, it will be equal what? 300 minus 200, it will be 100. Divided what? Divided 2,200 minus 1,200. So it will be B, it will be what? It will be 300,000 minus 200,000. Okay, divided what? Divided 2,200 minus 1,200. So the result will be what? What's the amount of B? Amount of B, it will be 100. So variable cost per unit will be equal 100. Right? شاشة سوداء صغيرة. بصراحة مش عارف أزيح هاي الشاشة، ما بعرف منين إجت هاي الشاشة السوداء. ممكن ال IT support enter the class. Okay? So we'll return back to our class. Okay, so now we find the amount of B, it is variable cost per unit. So how you can find the total variable cost? You can find the total variable cost, or you can divide it in mixed cost, because the 300 it is mixed cost. The 300 it is mixed cost. So you can find it variable cost per cost by multi treatment. So at first you can find it by the equation. The equation said y it will be equal a plus y it will be equal a plus bx. Amount y, what's the amount y? Y it will be amount y, it is mixed cost. So you can select 300,000. It will be equal what? It will be equal a, it is now unknown. A, it's unknown. Plus B, what's the amount B? Amount B you already calculated and find it. It is 100. 100 multiply what? 100 multiply when you select 300,000, this is the cost, so X will be 2,200. Suppose you select 200,000 cost, so X will be 1,200. Okay, right? So multiply 2,200. So now what we can say? You can say 300,000 minus 222,000. It will be equal what? It will be equal A. So A, what's the amount? A, it will be equal A. It will be equal what? 80,000. So if you select any cost here, if you select, for example, in September, the month of September, what's the amount of total cost? Okay, so do you, okay, now what is if you select, if you said 240, this is the mixed cost for September. Can you divide what's the amount fixed cost and variable cost when the total cost or mixed cost was 240? Variable cost will be equal 180 and fixed cost will be 80. So for each cost here, for each month, must be fixed cost will be 80,000. So if you want go to check, just go through the equation. Y it will be equal A plus BX. A plus BX. So for each month, the fixed cost will be 80. So just mixed cost minus 80, you will find the variable cost. Now it's clear to you? Okay, so we will go to second required. He asks you about estimated total cost, means estimated mixed cost. He asks you about estimated mixed cost when the activity was 2,600 unit. When the activity was 2,600 unit. Ro'a, because the equation say y equal a plus bx. Okay, Ro'a. So at first you find the amount of b. You said b it will be the difference between the cost, high cost minus low cost divided the high level minus low level. So you find the amount of B was 100. Clear, Roa? After that, if he asks about the amount of A means fixed cost. So you can return back to the major equation. The major equation Y equal A plus BX. So B it is 100. X you can select any level, any month. If you select, for example, October month, such okay. If you select October month, Y what's the amount of Y? What's the amount of Y if you select October? Okay, so you can write 260,000 equal A, it is unknown, equal A plus, what's the amount B? Not thousand, 100. Okay, Roa? 100 multiply X. What's the amount X? What's the amount X? X 1,800. Now you can find it 260,000 minus 180,000. So you will get the amount of A. So A will be equal, A must be equal 80,000. Okay, so what is the amount of variable cost? Variable cost amount will be equal B multiply X. B multiply X. So variable cost, it is equal 180,000. So you now the variable cost, it is depend of the level. Okay, variable cost, it is not fixed. It is depend on the level. But fixed cost for each month, it will be 80,000. But variable cost, it will be difference. Okay. So now we will go to require number 2. He asks you about estimated mix cost for the level when the level will be 2,600. So he asked me about find what? About find the amount of Y. Why it is not clear now. So our equation now, what is the amount of A now? Amount of A, you will not write A, you will write 80,000, okay? Plus 100x, plus 100x. Now, Y will be equal, Y will be equal 80,000 plus what? Plus 100 multiply 2,600. So now 80 multiply 260,000. 80 multiply 260,000, it will be how much? 440. Now clear for question number 2? After that, we will go to another question, part B. Part B, you have following information about the AAA company: price, variable cost, fixed cost, target profit. At first, he asks you about calculate the contribution margin per unit. So contribution margin per unit, what will be equal? Contribution margin, yes, price minus variable cost. So what is the amount of price here? Contribution margin, CM, will be equal what? Price, what's the amount of price? 100 minus 60. So contribution margin will be equal what? Will be equal 40. Clear? Second, he asks you about contribution margin ratio. So contribution margin ratio, you can say it will be equal contribution margin divided what? Divided what? Divided the price. Divided a price. Okay? It is same for price not minus variable cost, it is contribution margin. Clear? So means 40 divided what? Divided 100. Divided 100. 40 divided 100. So contribution margin ratio will be 40%. Clear? Okay. Number 3, calculate the required unit to achieve target profit. So if we ask to achieve target profit and he ask about units, so we will go to our equation, fixed cost plus target profit, fixed cost plus target profit divided what? He asked about unit divided the contribution margin, or you can say divided the price minus the variable cost. Okay? So now what's the amount of fixed cost? Fixed cost, what's the amount of fixed cost? Fixed cost 80,000 plus a target profit 920 divided what? What's the amount contribution margin? You said at first contribution margin will be 40. Will be 40. So now what's the amount of unit? Million divided 40. So 25,000, Manar, 25,000, you need to say 25,000 units. Okay, Manar, 25,000, you need to mention unit. And he asks you for number 4, required unit to break even point. Break even point. he asks you about the break-even point. So break-even point will be equal what? By unit here. He asks you by unit. So fixed cost divided contribution margin. Fixed cost, now fixed cost 80,000 divided contribution margin 40. So what is the amount? $2,000 unit. Okay, Shabab Sabaya, 2,000 unit, because he asked about unit. So 2,000 unit. Number five, he asked about the break-even point by US dollars. By US dollars, you have a quick answer. You can, what's the break-even point in unit? Break-even point in unit, 2,000. Multiply price. What's the amount of price? Price 100. So the break-even point by dollars will be 200,000. 200,000 as dollar. And also you can find it by the equation fixed cost divided what? Divided contribution margin ratio. Contribution margin ratio. So fixed cost 80,000 divided a ratio, contribution margin ratio 40%. 40%. So you can find it also same amount will be $200,000. Clear? Okay. Number 6. He asks you to prove your answer in requirement 4 and 5. أي قانون يا رواء؟ I write it up. Fixed cost divided contribution margin ratio, or the break-even point in unit multiply the price, or break-even point unit multiply price. Okay, you can buy which one you can select and you can answer it. Last one, it is a quick answer. Number 6, prove your answer means what? Means prepare what? Prepare contribution margin income statement. Yes, prepare contribution margin income statement. So it will be start from where? It will be start from sales. So sales, what's the amount of sales? How many unit in break even point? 2,000 unit multiply price 100. So total amount of sales will be 200,000. Okay, 200,000. And what's the amount variable cost? Variable cost also variable cost will be equal what? 2000 multiply what? 60. Multiply 60. 60 is variable cost per unit. So what's the amount will be? 120,000. 120,000. Now contribution margin because sales minus the variable cost will be equal contribution margin. So contribution margin means 200,000 minus 120,000. So contribution margin will be equal 80,000. 80,000. 80,000 contribution margin minus the fixed cost. So the net income will be equal fixed cost. We know fixed cost 80. So contribution margin minus the fixed cost. So 80 minus 80 must be equal 0. So when the net income equals 0 means you are in the break-even point. This is the prove your answer. So here I will see you the answer here. Number 6. This is the prove your answer. Sales 2000 multiply 100 200,000 minus the variable cost 2000 multiply 60 will be 120. So 200 minus 120 will be 80. 80 means contribution margin. Contribution margin minus the fixed cost. So the net income will be equal 0. This is break-even point. Yes. Break-even point means a total sales or a total revenue will be equal what? A total cost. So total revenue minus a total cost must be equal 0. Okay, so a revenue means revenue details a total cost. Yes, there is no profit, no loss, minus the fixed cost minus the variable cost will be equal 0. Means there is no profit, no loss. But greater than break-even point, you will go to profit. Less than the break-even point, you will go to loss. Definitely, when you are work in the break-even point, net income for break-even point must be equal 0. Because the total revenue will be equal to total cost. Clear then? Now we will go to question number 3. Question number 3, as you see, it is about which chapter? About chapter 7, book 7. Here we will go to work about the cost relevant for make decision. Okay, the cost relevant for make decision. So here we have information about this company: revenue, variable cost, fixed cost. Revenue, variable cost, and fixed cost. He asks you about this department or this company. They will they will drop the product Y22 or do not drop. He asks you to make decision, drop or do not drop a product Y22. Y22. Okay, so how you can prepare or make your decision for about to drop or do not drop? How you can make your decision? You can make your decision for drop and do not drop department product. It is depend what? Compare between what? Compare between a revenue loss with what? With the cost save. Revenue loss with the cost save. So for the question or required A, he said about fixed cost, it's full or avoidable. So we will select avoidable cost. We know variable cost, it is definitely avoidable cost. But fixed cost, you will get message about fixed cost. Here, his message about the fixed cost, it is full what? Avoidable. So avoidable means it is relevant for decision. It is relevant cost. So when the cost relevant means it is effect in your decision. Okay. So now what is the total of revenue loss? What is the total of revenue loss? When you go to drop this department, how many sales, how many revenue you will lose? You will lost 370,000. 370,000. 370,000 you will lost. This is revenue loss. And what is the amount of cost save? Here cost save will be fixed cost plus variable cost. So it means 170,000 plus what? Plus what? 207,000. So what is the total amount? 377. 377,000. This is what? This is what? Cost save. And what's the amount revenue loss? Revenue loss 300. Revenue loss now greater than or less than what? Less than what? الcost save. So when the revenue less than الcost save, so your decision will be go to drop or do not drop. So you will go to drop. So the first require A, it's clear. Okay. Second require what he said. He said for fixed cost not full avoidable. For fixed cost not full avoidable. Just 97,000 avoidable. So for fixed cost 97,000 now avoidable, not 207,000. Not 207,000. So now for revenue loss 370,000. 370,000. This is 370,000. This is revenue loss. And total cost 170 plus avoidable plus avoidable for fixed cost. Here avoidable 97,000. So now the revenue loss greater than or less than the cost saving. Revenue greater than, so our decision, Sheikh, will be do not drop. Do not drop. So the question number 3, it's clear now. There is any question? Now we will go to last question. Last questions, he asked about prepare what? Prepare budget. Okay, prepare sales budget and production budget. So for sales budget, just you will go to each quarter, multiply unit to be sold, multiply price per unit. So sales budget, just you need to go for each quarter. What is the amount he went to sold? The amount sold unit to be sold For example, first quarter 1,000. So 1,000 multiply the price per unit multiply 25. So 1,000 multiply 25 it will be 25,000. And second quarter, just go to multiply 1,100 multiplied by 25,000. Third quarter, 1,200 multiplied 25, and last 1,300 multiplied 25. So you can find the sales budget. So sales budget, just go to multiply. Multiply what? Sales unit to be sold multiply the price per unit for each quarter. So first quarter 1,000 multiply 25 it will be $25,000. Second quarter 1,100 multiply 25 it will be 27,500. For fourth, just unit to be sold multiply 25. So this is the sales budget. This is the sales budget. Just multiply two numbers. Multiply unit to be sold by what? By the price per unit. So this is the sales budget. Do you have any question about sales budget? Okay. Now, okay, I will send. Just after class, I will send. Second, budget. He asks you about the production budget. Production budget, the first row must be start from the production budget will be start from the unit to be sold. So when you go to production budget, the first row will be same in the sales budget, okay? So when you go to production budget, you will start from unit to be sold. It is same was in the sales budget. So this is unit to be sold. It is same the amount in the sales budget. So production budget, the equation for production budget, please write this note. Write this note. For production budget, it will be start for unit to be sold plus ending inventory minus beginning inventory. Unit to be sold plus ending inventory minus beginning inventory. Okay, this is the equation how you can or prepare a production budget. So unit to be sold, it is available in your following information. Now, ending inventory, you will get message for ending inventory. What is his message? This message for the ending inventory, this is the message for the ending inventory. This is the message. Do you see where I mentioned? Okay. Let me just, I will open the Excel sheet. So this is Excel sheet. This is quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, and quarter four, and last total. Unit to be sold, unit to be sold, sold. For first quarter, he said 1,000, yes? Second quarter, 1,100. Third quarter, what's the amount for third quarter? Third, 201. Excel sheet, it's clear to you? Clear Excel sheet? Okay. So now what's the total amount unit to be sold? What's the total amount for unit to be sold? 4,600 unit. And we need to find what? We need to find now the beginning, the ending, and the beginning inventory. The ending and the beginning inventory. Okay? Now plus the ending inventory. Plus the ending inventory. For the ending inventory, he said message. He said message. He said for the ending inventory, as you see here, the ending inventory will be what? Will be here. This message will be 25% of the next quarter sales and 25% of the next quarter sales. So means if I go to find the ending inventory for the first quarter, the ending inventory for the first quarter, it will be what? It will be percent on will be 25% from the quarter two. So here quarter two, what? 1,100 multiply what? Multiply 25%. So 1,100 multiply 25%. What's the amount? It will be 250 50, 250. And same for quarter 2. How you can find for quarter? Please check it. $275. $175. Okay? And for second quarter, how I can find for second quarter? So second quarter, same treatment. In quarter 3, 1,225%. Multiply 25%. Here also same treatment. Same treatment here. Just I will multiply 1,200 multiply by 25% will be 300. Also for quarter 3, how I can find the ending inventory for quarter 3? Just 1,300 multiply what? Multiply 25%. What's the amount? 325. Okay. So now for quarter 4, you need to have also message. He will say maybe direct for quarter 4 the ending inventory will be amount something, or he will give you a message the first quarter second year will be the first quarter beginning inventory for the first quarter in second year it will be something. So for quarter 4 you will get message. So we will return back to our questions, and he said the first quarter for the following year 2020 expected will be 1,100 unit. I expected 1,100 unit. What? 1,100 unit means 1,100 unit. It means what? It means unit to be sold. Unit to be sold. Now we are work in which year? 2019. 2019. And 1,700. This is 1,700. This is the what? The first quarter inventory. The first quarter, or this is means unit to be sold. Unit to be sold in the first quarter 2020. We are work here in 2019. Here first quarter 2020. 2020. This is first quarter 2020. First quarter 2020, he said unit to be sold 1,700. So now 1,700 multiply 25%, we will get the amount of ending inventory in the last quarter in 2019. 425. 425. Clear now? Okay, so here you can prepare another rule, total amount of the unit to be product, or unit to be needed, or you can just direct to minus what, or deducted ending inventory minus ending inventory, or you can find هنا total amount product needed, okay, or minus deducted minus beginning inventory. How you can find the beginning inventory for the first quarter? Here also you will have message. He said the first quarter beginning inventory first quarter was 200 units. So you will put it here 200. This is 200 from the message here. Minus beginning here 200 beginning and we know ending inventory for first quarter will be what? Will be beginning inventory for second quarter. So here we will shift the ending inventory here. It will be beginning inventory for quarter 2. So 275 here 300 last 325. Clear now? So in total, when he said here total for ending inventory, it will be just 425. This is the ending inventory, and beginning inventory here 200. Beginning inventory here 200 in the total. Now unit to be product total for unit to be product will be equal 1000 plus 275 minus 200. It will be 1075, and second here will be 1125. 1125. 1225. Last also will be what? What's the amount for last? 1300 plus 425 plus minus 325 will be 1400. So if you will go to find the total amount of this column, total for here 4600, 4000 plus 4000 plus 425 minus 200 will be 4825 unit. So if you want go to check, just find 1000, this is amount, plus second amount here, plus third quarter, plus fourth quarter must be equal 4825. 4825. And this amount, how we find this, the total amount here, how we find the 1000 75, 1075, you can find it, 1000 plus 270 minus 200. It will be 1000. So same equation, you can find it another. So it's clear now? Clear? This is the production unit budget. So this is some revision about the final exam. Now, do you have, I know, do you have multiple question about the final? So still we don't have any answer from GCC. Maybe with before 16 April, before 16 April, before Rawan, before 16 April, you will get the quiz instructions, because in this course we don't have TMA, we have quizzes. Yesterday and today I sent mail about to GCC to provide us about the instructions for quizzes. So the system will be closed, the system will be closed, the system will be closed in 16 April. So before 16 April, we will got the instructions about the quizzes, and the quizzes will be online. Okay, just go to your LMS, CLMS, and microhill link. You will get the quizzes. So when I have instructions for quizzes, I will send you. But before 16 April, the quizzes will be holding. Okay? And for total grades for quizzes and attendance will be the total grades will be 80%. Okay? There is no mid. Rawan, there is no mid. Just we have quizzes. Okay, another courses we have TMA. So TMA replacement to mid-term. And for us in our course, the quizzes will be replacement to mid-term. Maybe I think maybe they will one quiz, but for it will be include the material for second quiz. Maybe we will take just one quiz, but one quiz the questions, maybe it will be around 20 questions. Okay. No, it's changed now. Asil, it's changed now. For TMA 80%, for quizzes plus attendance 80%. He will send the quizzes, and the total marks for quizzes now it will be 80, not 7.5. Okay. Actually, this is different cases. Now, when we TMA الواجب, we don't have TMA in course B124. Okay, so we have what? We have quizzes. So now quizzes will be replacement with mid-term. So there is no mid-term. There is no, I say, there is no TMA for this course. في quizzes. Okay? So quizzes will be replacement with midterm. Clear now? There is no midterm, there is a quizzes. When the quizzes still we don't know, the GCC, he will provide us about instructions for quizzes. So quizzes plus attendance, you will get 80 out of 100. Clear? So there is no midterm, there is quizzes. When the quizzes, when I have information, I will provide you. Quizzes will be online. Okay? Quizzes will be online. Grades for quizzes 80. For time, he will send the instructions. Sure, he will increase the time. He will increase the time. Okay, sure, because for quizzes now 80. The quizzes, when I receive at the previous semesters, we have 2 quizzes plus midterm. The first quiz will be about the book 1, 2, 3, and second quiz it will be about the book 5 and 6. But now the case is different. Just let me have information. Let me have information for from GCC. Okay, how many question will be, time, what's the amount of time. Okay, أسيل انت ما بيهمك كم راح تحسب، بيهمك انه في كويزات، الكويزات عليها 80 درجة، كم في سؤال في الكويز ما بعرف. اوكي، انه انت اهم اشي انه في عندك كويز، سواء 1 quiz or 2 quizzes you will get 80. كم توزيع الدرجات على الكويز هذا برجع للجي سي سي. انا لسه ما عندي معلومه كيف توزيع الدرجات، بس اللي بيهمك انه for الكويزز plus الاتندنس you will have 80. اوكي، الكويزات لسه ما اخذنا الديتيلز، هل راح يكون كويز واحد او 2 كويزز. اوكي، الشباتر لسه ما عرفت شو الكفرنج، لانه لسه ما قال لي كويز واحد او second quiz. Just let me have information from GCC. He will prepare 1 quiz or he will prepare 2 quizzes. Okay, just when I have information I will send to you. الفاينل same the syllabus. الفاينل will be chapter 4 5 6 7. الفاينل ما في عندنا فاينل، في عندنا الشورت TMA. We don't final exam, we have also short TMA. الشورت TMA, if you check the schedule exam in website university, you will have for short TMA just 1 week. Okay, you can now go to website and you will check the date of the course B124. So the date will be, from the date you will have 7 days for answer short TMA. Short TMA you will have April, 26 April, not March, Sarah. Okay, so 26 April you will have, from 26 April 1 week for answer short TMA. And for short TMA, you don't need to mention about reference. 50. Not for final and not for just the pass 50. Okay, Rahaf? Pass 50 out of 100. Actually, for recording just the last two classes, last two classes, it is already recording and post in the LMS. Plus this, so will be 3 classes. Okay, just please be careful and check your mails, because when I have any information from GCC, I will send to you. But know you don't have midterm, you will have quizzes. A mark for quizzes 80. So he will prepare 1 quiz or 2 quiz. It's depend to him. When I receive the information, I will send to you direct. Okay. So for a quiz, you will have plus attendance. You will have 80 marks, and for final 20 marks. Do you have any question? One question he asked about the budget. Is it clear to him or no? Manar, what's your question? In the slides. Okay. Will be in part 7, part 1 or 7, part 2. (124), 7 part 2, 7 part 2. Screen clear to you? Okay. Now, where's your question, Manar? In which slide? Slide 27. Okay, this is the slide 27. Where is your question? It means 26. What's 26? In slide 27, ending inventory for June and quarter H. (26). Okay, for ending, this is the production budget. Budget 50, and this is which? Okay, just let me to open it. After June, what total or? Okay, this is part. So you ask about 5,000. How he get 5,000? Okay, 5,000. So you can return back to the question. Here. This is the question, yes? He said, this is the message, okay? This is the message. Ending inventory will be equal 20% of the following month budget sales. Okay, Manar? So now you are in which month? June. What's the following month will be? July. Okay, Manar? So you will go to July month. To July. What's the sold unit to be sold in July? In July, what's the unit to be sold? 25,000. 25,000 unit multiply 20%. 25,000 unit multiply 20%. Clear now? A quarter means total. Yeah, Rahaf, it is already posted for 2 classes. Already in LMS post to link for 2 classes. Just this class I will post it. Manar, you ask about the quarter total. Yes, this is means a quarter. This is the second quarter. April, May, June means it is the total for quarter. Okay, so a total for quarter here. Ending inventory, you will not go to calculate 10,000 plus 6 plus 5,000. Ending inventory, it will be end of the quarter or end the month. Okay, so here for quarters, what's the total amount for quarter here? Total amount for quarter unit to be sold, you will go to calculate 20 plus 50 plus 30. It will be 100 unit to be sold. But for ending here and beginning here, okay, 5,000 and 4,000, ending, when you added ending inventory, you will not go to calculate 10 plus 6 plus 5. No, ending will be end of the quarter. What's the amount ending of the quarter? It is 5,000. Okay, you not go to calculate all the numbers here. Done. And for the first quarter, you will go to amount on the first quarter. So the first quarter will be April. So here you will put it 4,000. You will not go to calculate 4 plus 10 plus 6. 4,000. Clear? Ending, just end the quarter. Where's the end of quarter? June, it's the end of the quarter. So you will put it 5,000, not calculate the amount. And also, Manar, for the first quarter, it all month. Just where the first quarter will be month of April. So when you go to find the total, so you will go to April. I will see as we're here working. Here, as you see the Excel sheet, for ending inventory, this is the in red color. Okay, so for this is the ending, this is the total here. This is the total, okay? Manar, this is the total. So for ending, I will not calculate all amount for quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Just for ending, I will put it the ending inventory in the last quarter. So I will put it 425. And for beginning, I will put it the amount of the first quarter, 200. Clear? اوكي، يعطيكم العافيه. راح ابعث لكم السامبل هاي مشان على اساس انه تصير عندكم اكسرسايز تشتغلوا عليها. When I get any information from GCC, definitely I will send to you direct. And for 80, for now, the grades divided 80 and 20. You already get out of 80, you already have now 5 marks because attendance will be full for all students. So now out of 80, you direct get 5 marks. Okay, so you will go for 75. Okay, now already you have 5 out of 80, you already have 5 marks. Now you need to look for about 75%. Okay, يعطيكم العافية.